Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lesson 4. Happy Monday. And, yeah, it's about 9 o'clock, so let's get started into this. So, we've covered tools, we've covered starting out and stuff like that. So, we're going to start out today, and this week we're going to go over different stones, crystals, and shit that they're used for, and why you use them. And why some people may or may not use them. As for me, as everybody knows, I like stones, I like crystals, I like gems, I like rocks. The biggest example of that is sitting right behind me. Yeah, on my altar. You go down, there's more. Yeah. And I have a lot more actually as well. I just don't have them on display. Because sometimes you run out of room. But there are books and different guides and stuff like that. Where do crystals fall in using your path or going down your path? Well, crystals can fall in the realm of healing, in the realm of cleansing, in the realm of comfort, in the realm of spell work. Some people believe in being able to use crystals for healing and spell work and other things. Some people prefer them as nice decorations. One of the books I would suggest you can pick up and read, and this was actually a book that was given to me, and I actually really like it. You can pretty much almost buy it anyway, I believe. It's called Crystals, Colors, and Chakra Healing. Yes, it has a little bit of wax on it. But it is by Susan Lilly and Sam Lilly. It is very interesting. It does it by color codes. And it does actually show a lot of different things in the book. And I would, like right here, white stones and other stones. It does go over what some of the purposes of stones are, what you can do with them, how to meditate with them, their hardness, what chakra they go under, like the reference guide right here. Talks about their chemical buildup. It talks about a lot of different things for them. And it talks about, like the guide right now that I'm looking at talks about the crystal, the chemical formula, the coloration, crystal system, the hardness, the chakra that normally goes for in this supplement body. Things that it embodies, I guess. But this is a nice little guide, and obviously more pages to it. This can help you understand about more crystals and stuff like that. Where it falls underneath, say, the pagan path for me. For me, I like crystals for healing. They help me calm. They help me cleanse. They help me feel positive, I guess. You will always see I'm wearing different rings. Like with this one, it's a makeshift opal that isn't exactly a real opal. It's pretty much, I think, resin. But the thing is, this is a piece of jewelry, and I did charge it on my altar and under the full moon. But that can be said about pretty much any of my other stuff that I have. Like, I'm actually putting this one back on. Of course, a fluorited type of stone that's a man-made stone. I think with most Nordic paths, it follows like most runes were made out of stone, like this, or wood. You want to make your own runes, make them out of wood, and that will be something we do talk about and do on here eventually. The other thing with stones that I know that is used, I use at least with my practices, and when I started starting out, one thing I would always do was carry a clear quartz with me almost everywhere I went for almost the first year and a half. It helped, for me, it helped keep me balanced. It helped keep me calm. It helped keep me level-headed, I guess, is what I want to say. It did help. But as I went on, I started wearing different jewels, different stones, and carrying different ones with me every so often. Depending on the stone, depends on what the feel. Every stone is different to every person. What I might consider a calming, cooling stone might energize somebody completely and make them hyperactive, or it could drain them completely. Stones are good for energy work. They're good for representing Earth. You don't always need a fancy stone. You don't need to go out and buy the most expensive thing. Like with mine, I think it's the orange kyanite. But you don't need to go out and buy black kyanites, for instance. I can get this pretty damn cheap. But you don't need to go out and buy the most expensive stone just because you need it for your practice. Not necessarily. Didn't really need this, but I wanted it. This is fluorite, by the way, which is a man-made stone. But it's still a very pretty stone. I didn't need a lot of things, but I wanted it for my work, and I wanted it, period. I am very big in actually doing some stone meditations. So meditation is a good thing. Stones can represent different aspects as well. I have a fire and ice stone somewhere. I have a, this is my favorite, Russian ice stone. I got this for a good price and I shouldn't have, because now it's expensive as hell. There is a lot of different things you can do with stones besides using them as representation, meditation, and stuff like that, or healing. I mean, you can use them in your spell work for foresight, or you can use them as divination abilities. Different stones have different stones, different meanings, different uses. Like I said, my uses for them may not be your uses for them. The importance of it, I will say, for some people, having stones and crystals is extremely important and is a must-have, but not for everyone. You do not need to have a ton of crystals, a ton of stones, a ton of rocks, a ton of whatever just to be a witch. You can have one or two or none. You can have hundreds upon hundreds or have none. It all depends on you. It's your path, your way of doing it, your work, your way of doing it. I personally do believe that stones do hold energy and are very useful. But you also got to remember, cleansing them, keeping them organized, keeping them clean, understanding what is water soluble and what is not. What is used for what is a balancing, what is a grounding, what is a cleansing, what is a protection. Like apocalypse. Most people buy apocalypse and put it over the door of their house. I do have a apocalypse stone taped over my door, in my front door, as a block of negativity. It blocks negativity and keeps only positiveness coming in the house. Like when you look at garnet and to me garnet and onyx are two good stones that I use to ground myself. Ruby and kyanite, which is what this is, I use to help remove and keep my cleanse. Like I said, it is, you have to connect with what tools you use. And that's the main importance of it all. I know I did say today we're going to go over making a wand. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is not completely dried out. And also giving heads up for everybody to get a wand ready. To get a stick, to get something you want to use for a wand. I've obviously cut mine down to a certain length. It's going to be a relatively longer one than my snake one. This is probably going to maybe go down another notch in size or two, but I'm keeping this knob here. It's going to be wrapped in leather, though. Again, get a tree or get a stick that's native to the area you live. And like I said, this is also important to get stones you want to use, like amethyst, tiger's eye, selenite, quartz crystal. If you can find pieces or ones of those that you want to use, do it. But get this ready because Wednesday's lesson will be wand making. Wow, I sound like a Harry Potter teacher right now. With that, what is a best stone to use in wands? I would say quartz or amethyst, because quartz will amplify your energy and your ability. Amethyst will as well, but it will also give a bit of cleansing with it. I know I'm probably going to use a little bit of a mix in that one because I'm going to embed it throughout. With going over wands and stones and embedment of stones, I bring my staff over. If you look at it, like places up here, I have a smoky fire point up here that is surrounded in glittered hot glue, go figure, along with small pieces of amethyst. Up here I have a thingy and I have green jade embedded. I have selenite embedded, tiger's eye, more green jade right on the symbol. Down here I have tiger's eye, selenite, and jade. And down here is mostly all the jade. When it comes to using it in things like this, like my main reasoning for this on my staff is because this is going to be used for circle work, spell work, and I'm not done what's going up here. Yes, I found a stick with this naturally. I am still trying to figure out a way to attach this into here. As you can see, it's going to go up in here. I got to get it to glue down, keep it glued down, and then tie it with a thong to keep it in. So this is going to take time to do, or if I can get it up like that. If I could find a round one that would fit perfectly, kind of like that doesn't fit, or even similar to this in it, I would. Actually, this might end up in here. You never know. Things change. Plans change of certain things, but because this will be used for outdoors, I don't know if I want to use selenite or in there because it might wear it out. But to each their own. Yes, there's burnt broom marks in here and everything. We'll go over that later. But stones can be used to conduct energy, to conduct healing, to conduct, I guess, power, if you want to call it. But each stone has a purpose. And sometimes each stone has a different purpose for you. What works for me may not work for you. And what works for you may not work for me. But as I said, the importance of stones is all just like most things, in the eye of the beholder. So with that, if there's any particular stone you want me to talk about, please comment in on the video and I will talk about them. Again, the book is Crystals, Colors, and Chakra Healing by Sue Lily and Sam Lily. So Simon Lily, sorry. This is a good kind of book to start. There's other books out there, such as the Crystal Bibles. I think they're 3 to 4 volumes. Those are worth a buy. Those are worth getting and keeping and reading. They have all the information you could ever want or need on crystals and stones and everything like that. If you can't afford crystals or stones, but you want some kind of stone, I will say this much. Go for walks. You can find a lot of rocks, a lot of river stones, a lot of things out there that hold just as much energy as, say, this. I'm not one. I think this is a quartz apocalypse. Apocalypse. I'm not 100% sure what it was, but I got it and it was cool. You can find things even like this in hills and in mountains. You can find crystals and gems and stones and stuff like that. I mean, like my Smoky Quartz. I actually found this one on a walk. So somebody obviously had one and lost it. And I did go in and figure out what it was. It is a smoky damaged quartz. A polished one too. That's the only reason why I know somebody lost it. But river stones, different stones like that, as long as it holds meaning and energy to you, are a good tool to use. I mean, you can have it's like this huge rock that you find that you're just like, I love this rock. This is my rock. This is my rocky rock. Or like with me, I was gifted 2 very big pieces of rosy quartz. They are known as our grandma quartz. They're huge. But with that being said, love gifts that are stones. If somebody asks you, hey, what do you want for your birthday? Tell them, hey, I'd like a chunk of rosy quartz, or I'd like something like that. The thing is rocks are a good gift to get and a good gift to give. And I will go on later classes on what ones are good to wear, what ones are good to do with certain spells. This is right now just the basic beginning of what you might want to look into while starting. So with that, make sure you have everything you want for your materials to make your wand. Don't forget that you're going to probably need something to carve. And maybe a burning tool, which I will have my burning tool out. So with that being said, have a great Monday. Oh, right, no. Don't stop me right now. No. We're going to go over one spell today. And it deals with keeping negativity out. We're going to go over something called a Return to Cinder spell. This spell necessarily is not considered a curse. I don't consider it a curse. I consider it a give back. I consider it I don't want this, you can have it back. It's in my book somewhere. In one of my books. Negativity, candle colors. It's around the back, go figure. Oh, that's holy water. Yeah, when your teacher is going through their own notes. I know I had one in here. Oh, apparently my Return to Cinder spell is missing. Well, we'll see if it's in one of my other ones. When Loki has to go through her stuff. I apologize again, but the reason why I'm saying a return to sender spell is because you're going to have people who are going to throw negativity your way, throw hate, throw obnoxiousness, throw basically be jerks. And sometimes a return to sender spell is needed. Well, this is actually close enough to my return to sender spell. It is one that will help you. What you'll need is, this one is pretty much very candle heavy. But you don't necessarily need all this. You can have different things for these colors. You can use cords or candles for this. You'll need one black, blue, white, one orange, one red if you can. Dragon's blood, you can do the incense. 3 white candles so you can get the tea lights. If you can find them, a gold and a silver. You don't necessarily need gold or silver. A small bell. Frankincense and sandalwood would be a good incense to go with the blood, the dragon's blood. And 2 crystals. They can be quartz or smoky quartz. And 2 amethysts if you have them. 1 doll. And 1 cup for all the stones and salt. Make sure you use sea salt. Well, to cast this spell, use the salt and place it in a circle. Place the 4 stones within the circle. Have the candles around the circle as you wish. The candles just around. Organize them how you wish. Have the incense going and say, I banish the negativity and by the light of the gods and the goddesses, or by the light of yourself. I ask you to lend me your strength for what I need and what I need to protect, and allow the light to flow. Allow the light to purify and keep me safe. Imagine a white light surrounding you and your materials. Help me block this negativity. Help me send it back to where it started. Help me feel like I must, and have this go away from me for all eternity. Please guide me in the lights of pure love and joy. I ask you to bless these stones, to bless my soul. Use these stones to help keep me guided, to help keep me protected. As you're doing that, say that maybe once or twice. You can do it once, you can do it twice, you can do it 3 times, however many times you feel that you need. And then repeat, keep me safe, keep us safe, keep me protected, keep us protected. Repeat that 3 times. And of course, at the end, you close the circle. Well, you open the circle after you finish your spell. And you say, negativity that has been cast at me, I ask you now to leave my circle and to leave me. I banish you from me, and I give you back to the one who gave you so freely. And after you do that, with the salt, sweep it up, toss it out, but toss it in the garbage or toss it outside, whichever one you prefer. The 4 stones that you used for about a week, carry them in a pocket or a pouch in your purse or on your person. Just have them with you. You can put them in a small pouch and put them in a car. You can put them in your purse. just have them with you when you go out as your type of protection. It's just a little banishing negativity and casting it back to the person who sent it to you to begin with. Like I said, if you don't have those candle colors, don't worry about it. You can just use all white candles if you want to. You just need enough to make a small circle around the salt and with the stones. The reason why I say protect me, protect us, is because you want to protect everyone in your household so it doesn't fall back on them. If they're the ones sending the negativity out, you'll find out. It is pretty much going, I don't want what you're giving me. You can have it back. So with that, I say have a great week and blessed be. See you Wednesday.